Hey everyone, you have joined me in the garden today because it's just such a lovely day. I thought we just have to be outside, and I have got a really cool craft for us today. We are going to make some of these really awesome, I'm not even sure what to call them. We're going to use a paint pouring technique to get these really cool patterns. So many different ones. These are quite a few years old. I haven't tried these in a long time, so I'm really excited to give it another go and see what we get. So you will need some varying colours of paint, some cups or something that you can put the paint in. It doesn't matter if it gets a bit ruined. Something just to make sure that your surface is going to stay safe, whether that's just a bit of cloth like this or a board or a paint mat. And some little canvases or pieces of paper. These are already painted, but that doesn't matter, I'm going to paint over them. So firstly, I'm going to fill up some of my cups with the colours I want to use, and I'm going to make sure that I water them down a bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Here we go, they're all done and watered down. Now for the fun bit. Laid my cloth down, got another cup that's going to go here to make sure that our little piece of canvas is off the surface. Then take another cup, and we're going to start to pour the colours into here, and we can just do that randomly with whatever colours we want, and then when we pour it, that's when the magic will happen. There we go. I'm going to place the board on top of the cup, quickly flip it over. We can already start to see those colours swirling. Once we think the paint is mostly dripped out the top of the cup, we can lift it off. Ooh, look at that. Now it's time to start tilting the board to make sure the paint goes all the way to the edges. If the paint's not quite going to the edges, you could almost just use your finger to just drag it along a little bit. Now we can leave that to dry. I'm having so much fun, it's definitely time to do another one. Imagine for a moment that this is your life. Sometimes it can feel really steady. Things are going well, there's not really too much bothering you, seems like smooth sailing. But sometimes it just feels crazy, it's out of control, you can't predict where it's going next. We don't always understand what's going on, but God is so good and so in control. Sometimes he lets our lives do this. Think about Joseph in the Bible. His brothers sold him as a slave. He had to go off to Egypt. He didn't know anyone. He went to prison. He was falsely accused of something. His life must have just felt like this. But God had a plan. God saw Joseph through, and Joseph actually becomes a ruler over Egypt. He helps navigate Egypt through this terrible, terrible famine. There was no food, but Joseph helped to organise all the people so that they could have enough to eat. And he was reunited with his brothers, and they all made up and came back together. And that's what happens with this. The chaos of life with God comes together. God can use all the craziness, all the stress of life for our good. He can create something really beautiful and really good out of something totally crazy. And it's hard to imagine that at the time, but somehow God does it. Somehow. So whether this relates to you now or just next time your life just feels like this, absolute mayhem, remember that things do settle and God can turn things for good. Now, let's go see if the other ones are dry. Look at this, it's so cool. This would look so nice if you wrote something on it in a gold pen or something. I think this green and gold one is my favourite. And this one's got loads of texture from the picture underneath, which is quite cool. You guys should definitely try to recreate these at home. They were so much fun, so quick, so easy, and they look really cool. So definitely have a go, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!